Any other records you want to mention before we?
Oh, yes, I'll do a quick fire run through. Fever Eaten by Witch Fever. Witch Fever, incredible band. Sort of doom punk is kind of where they sort of started, but they've evolved into so much more than that. It is actually sort of quite fluid. You can actually maybe see a tiny bit of Ethel Cain in there, especially sort of with thematically as the singer Amy grew up in the charismatic church, and that's a lot of what the music deals with. But that album is an incredible evolution, and I reviewed that very, very positively. Deafheaven, Lonely People with Power. Deafheaven being very, very good at being Deafheaven. Going back to their sort of black gazy stuff rather than going a bit soft like they did with their album, which I like. Not everyone likes it, but I like it. Deafheaven. Oh God, what was this one? Lamborghini Girls, as we've already mentioned. Who Let the Dogs Out? Full of bangers. Jules, I mentioned. Scal, I mentioned. Sprints. All That Is Over. I think that's, once again, that's a gorgeous progression as well. Like Letter to Self was brilliant, but then it's a very, obviously Carla is in sort of a very different frame of mind, embodying lots of different things. But like it's that nice sort of, first album was brilliant, but second album you can sort of see the maturation and the evolution of that. Earthkeeper by Pinkshift is incredible. Like they started out as like slightly more pop punky, then they've got heavier and heavier. Like they've worked in bits of new metal and hardcore and stuff like that. But there's like,
I love in your generation, new metal isn't a cuss.
no, there's been so much written. I think that new metal means something very different now, and it's very, very different from what it was. It's not like,
No, Linkin Park can headline festivals. People not.
it's not just, I have seen like a bit of like noughties new metal revivalism, but it's filtered through a different lens now. And I've like, especially at like coming out of the pandemic as well, people noticing there's more women and more people of color having a go at this and actually using it to express, you know, like the idea of like feminine rage. It's like it's gained a little bit more substance now, or a little bit more swagger. It doesn't quite feel like, you know, like posturing. And no, I think Pinkshift are such an underrated band, and they've really, really grown. I think there's two more on my list. Spirit Box, always here for Spirit Box. They're going to be in arenas and headlining festivals one day. I can't remember what was the other one on my list. I think it was Creeper, actually. I just have a real soft spot for them. It's like rocky horror-ish, big over the top theatrical. Started in punk, like a little bit ghosty, that sort of thing. There is a very fabulous cabaret song about like hacking off the heads of troublesome men, which is, it's quite something. It's quite entertaining. But yeah, no, that is my top 10, and amazingly I could do that off the top of my head.
Yeah, straight off the dome.
Fueled by a lot of caffeine. You can definitely tell I had a cup of coffee before recording this.
Well, I'll just drop two on the end then. So there's an artist called Postcards. It's on a label for Beirut called Ruptured. It sort of feels like all those like crystally feelings of like Cocteau Twins. It sort of reminds me of an artist called Remy Zero, who most people know as the people that did the Small Film music. But actually, like, they were like a weird rock band, and the Cedric from the band, I think it is, manages Warpaint, and they've got a similar kind of feeling to the way their songs sort of all sort of spread out and stretch, suspending you in time kind of vibe. And then the other one is the Dark Side record, which is Nicolas Jarre's side project. It's like, he does grooves, but it's also like it's like really orchestrated, like clever electronic music, and like some of his songs build up to this like really intense, like Liars or something, like kind of heavy groove. And then like the song deconstructs and you think it's the next song playing, and then it just comes back in again, and it's like, what? I recommended that record in the newsletter back in, I think, February or March. So many people messaged me afterwards going, thanks so much, like that was it. Like, and that happens a bit, but it happened a lot with that record from people who are not really into the kind of music that he makes. They're just like, there's something clever in the grooves and everything that he's doing. So that was Drowning Sound's take on the albums of 2025. I'm sure there are loads we missed. I'm sure someone in the comments is going to point out that we've got some song titles wrong, and that's what the comments are for.
Please don't attack us. Please be nice.